The federal government, in collaboration with United Nations and other development partners, is developing a national social protection policy, a framework that will promote social justice, equity, and inclusive productive growth, address poverty, unemployment, and other threats to sustainable development. The Minister of State for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, said that the policy will address the issue of insecurity and other emerging issues. They disclosed this at the high-level consultation on the draft revised National Social Protection Policy on Tuesday in Abuja. Benedict Uku has more on the story.
The National Social Protection Policy, which is expected to provide a framework for promoting social justice, equity, and inclusive productive growth, is targeted for addressing poverty, unemployment, social and other threats to sustainable development. At a high-level consultation on the draft revised National Social Protection Policy on Tuesday in Abuja, ministers from different ministries, social actors, stakeholders laid more emphasis on adopting and implementation of National Social Protection Policy. The Minister of State for Finance, Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, gave an overview of the importance of the policy.
All emerging issues, even some other mega trends, things happening even beyond Nigeria, COVID, were looked into. Insecurity, of course, is one of them. You know, with insecurity, there are issues around some vulnerabilities that have been created in different parts of the country. And so this policy and the law that is being put in place takes care of these issues and other emerging issues that are anticipated. The ministry is the one coordinating because, like you can see, these are cross-cutting issues. And then the National Planning Act empowers the ministry to do that level of coordination. And in the development of the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025, the ministry also played a critical role in facilitating and ensuring that all the implementing ministries were involved in coming up with what we need to do. So these are basically what the role of the ministry. And in this National Development Plan, we have programs and we have projects that have been costed and prioritized. Never before was anything like that done. So we have a fair knowledge of what the general requirements would be in terms of funding programs and projects. Okay. And it therefore means that the ministry can work upfront in sourcing the required funds.
So after this review, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, noted that its ministry plays a key role in the delivery of social protection. Hence, the policy, if adopted, will go a long way in addressing poverty gaps.
My ministry plays a very key role in the delivery of social protection services in line with its mandate, which is to develop humanitarian policies and provide effective coordination of national and international humanitarian interventions, ensure strategic disaster mitigation, preparedness and response, and also manage and formulate in addressing these emerging issues in the country. We're given this opportunity to do this, to address the issues of vulnerable Nigerians who benefit from these social protection programs in my ministry, as well as other ministries, as mentioned by the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, the insurance policies, and so on and so forth. So it is my hope that this policy will help in addressing these existing poverty gaps in the country.
About what the policy will provide in addressing the emerging poverty, the Chief Social Policy, UNICEF, said that the social protection will remove the financial barrier to ask for basic social amenities.
In a very simple way, social protection is to remove financial barrier to act for access to basic social services. So, and you know that poor people, when we talk about health insurance, maternal benefit, all this is about financial barriers. So how can we make sure that poor people, somebody is not discriminated only because he doesn't have money? So that's the idea behind all this discussion. And really, we are really happy to have this kind of convergence of honorable ministers. You could see I could see that I'm still excited because the way all the honorable ministers put the thing on the table, you could see that all the key ministries are aligned to really make sure that the social protection system in Nigeria will transform.
The National Social Protection Policy, which is still in the review process, has the backing of the Minister of Labour, Humanitarian Affairs, Women Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, United Nations, together with other social actors.